Okay, it's one of these days. Habari Gani riches. It is one of these days. As a matter of fact, I'm off for the rest of the week. So, I just got up about, I don't know, 30 minutes ago. And I was trying to figure out, did I want to go live now or later on? And I said, oh, let me go ahead and go live. How y'all doing? I am going live from my iPad. So if it look a little sketchy, that's okay. Um, y'all doing all right? It is May the 9th. iPad in the bed, honey. iPad in the bed. Ooh. I'm up here luxuriating. But let's catch up because I haven't used StreamYard in a while. But since it's on my iPad, let's kick it. Let's kick it. Let's kick it. We're going to get warmed up and talk about this Airbnb story. Okay. So there is Airbnb being sued by a customer. And I don't know if it's Airbnb and the customer, but essentially this man rented an Airbnb and had some fun, invited some people over. Basically, he broke some rules of the Airbnb. They got kicked out, or the guests got kicked out. And because he broke some rules, there was some extra fines he had to pay, and he didn't want to pay them. So he wrote a negative review. See, he tried to be smart. He said, I'm gonna get you where I can get you. He wrote a negative review. So when the Airbnb company reviewed everything, they agreed with the homeowner, the Airbnb owner. So this story's crazy, y'all. Let me go detail by detail because I was just gonna give y'all the synopsis, but let me go. So an Airbnb host is being sued for video footage, payback for refusing to pay the extra fees. So because he didn't want to pay the extra fees, the guy who rented the Airbnb, who was married, you see where this going? You see where this going? Wife got some footage. She got some footage, honey. So, and this Memphis, okay? Memphis, come on in the room. Y'all knew y'all was going to be in the news, right? Y'all knew one day y'all was going to make it to Golden Girl News. Memphis, hey, Cassandra. Memphis, come on in the room. What is y'all doing over there? Let me put my glasses on. So, dang. There was this guy who rented an Airbnb. He had 4 guests when he started. Everything was fine. Yeah. He had 4 Airbnb guests. And the room was like $567 a night. He rented this Airbnb. But the neighbors was complaining of noise, partying, and profanity outside because he ended up inviting 9 people over. And the Airbnb host told him, look, there's out for my place, there's an 8-person limit. You can only have 8 people here. So I'm gonna have to charge you extra. So she charged him extra. like to the tune of $900 extra, because he's going into code violations and everything for all those many people at her place. I don't know if it was a 1-bedroom Airbnb or two. I don't know what it was, but he rented an Airbnb and he just had a party and invited a whole lot of people. The neighbors complained, so the owner came and evicted the guests that he invited, and the guests left. The renter left him a negative review because he didn't want to pay that extra money. So the host, or the person who owned the Airbnb home, sent some suggestive pictures of him with another woman to his wife. So now you married and you done came and rented an Airbnb with your girlfriend, and y'all think y'all gonna have a party and all types of stuff. But you mad because your pockets is not big enough to handle all your expenses at your Airbnb. So Airbnb reviewed the case. They reviewed the negative review and things like that, and they backed the Airbnb host. He refused to pay, and the photo was sent to his wife. And he was doing stuff, and it was noted in the Airbnb. That when you rent if you've never rented an Airbnb, once you get inside the Airbnb, there's usually a book there with all the rules. So the book had that there were cameras on the outside of the property. Okay. So if he read it, he would have known. But most people got cameras outside their house anyway. I really don't know. Yeah, I know a couple people, but I really don't know most people who don't have cameras outside. But why was he outside doing the stuff with the girlfriend? He was outside. It said the cameras are in front and on the side of the house. And he was outside with the girlfriend doing stuff. Let me see right here. Yep. And it was posted in the owner's manual and online that there were cameras all around the property. Baby. So now he's suing. That's where the lawsuit come in. Now he want to sue Airbnb because of his marriage issues. 757. I always see that number, 757. And I've never lived in Virginia Beach. That is Virginia Beach area code. What's that area code? That is Virginia Beach area code. And I've always wanted to live in Virginia Beach. My sisters lived there for nearly 20 years. So, of course, I've been to Virginia Beach several times. But I don't know what it is, whether it's morning or night. My eyes always pop on when it's 757. I think it's telling me that's where I need to retire, because quiet as it's kept, I love the water. I can do all types of swim strokes in the water. Water is nothing to me. Yeah, honey. So these men folk, they don't went beyond hotels. These men folks is renting Airbnbs. They got a whole separate group of friends. Like, you think you know all his friends, baby. No, you don't know these. They got woman on the side, some of them, and got a whole separate group of friends that probably don't even know you as the wife. They know this girl that he with. So it was normal for them to come over and see them together. But you couldn't just leave it like that. You couldn't just leave it like that. You had to go all the way hood and invite the neighborhood over to see that too. And that's what got you in trouble. Let me see what my camera is. Yeah, my camera right there. I'm on my iPad, still in my bed, honey. I had to take some days off because I am maxed out on PTO. I have over 350 hours of vacation time. And as of yesterday, I lost 7 hours. So I had to take some emergency time off. I said, what a dumb dumb. Oh my goodness. So this is why I wanted to see if I could do oh yeah, this is why I wanted to see if I could do um how do you share your screen? I don't even know. I don't even I don't know how to share screen. I was going to try to share my screen because the next story is about the young girl in DC. So we out of Memphis now. Let's go. Let's head over to DC. I am too. As a matter of fact, I'm going to visit my grandchildren next week. So I'll be in Missouri. So maybe we'll get to see what it's like early in the morning in Missouri. The last time I went, I got up early and walked the track. So maybe that's where I'll start back walking every morning. So I wanted to share my screen, but picture in picture layout. I don't know if anything's changing. Or maybe my iPad is too old to share screens. But have you seen the video of the student taking down their teacher's break? No, I haven't seen that. But I hope it was a good story for a change. Let me tell you something. I stopped watching the real news. My daughter's 36. Yeah, I have a 36-year-old daughter. She had to have been maybe 12, 10 or 12. And I stopped watching TV. I just got a TV last year. So for the past 26 years, I haven't even had a TV. I got a TV because my daughter had an extra one and she decided to put it in her room. But let's go to DC and talk about the young lady who raised $400,000 for a homeless man. I know you heard about the story, it went viral. And as of a couple of days ago, she has refunded all of that money. She refunded the money. Yeah. Hey, Perfect. Hey, Cassandra. I appreciate y'all stopping by. I'm a little late than what I normally am, but I'm off today. So I really was going to turn over and get some extra minutes. But yeah, the young lady who I didn't even know the story was out of DC. I missed that part, but I remember the story going viral where she raised $500,000, well, $400,000 for a homeless guy. And all he had to do was go get an ID so he can claim the money. But he has not been compliant. I don't know what the reason is. I don't know why he don't want to do it, but I'm sure there's some mental issues mixed with some substance abuse going on. Because they said even like if he was embarrassed to be like, I don't know how to read, I need somebody to go with me or something like that. His family reached out to him and said they would help him get the driver's license. And he still refused to comply with his family. So all he needed was his driver's license. Because, what Gofundme got to, prove that they giving money to somebody. It can't be like if you don't have any ID, you're not really a person because they got tax books and all this and that they got to work with. So they got to prove that they gave the money to an actual person. Now I know why he kept bothering her for little stuff, like hotel rooms. She was getting gift cards to give him groceries because he knew he was not going to take care of his business off the jump. That's why he was bothering her for all of these gift cards and things like that. and he showed her why he was homeless. He did. Why was he homeless? Oh, yeah, you're right. Dang. Dang. You're right. This actually proves why he was homeless all along, is because he won't take care of his business. That's so crazy. Oh, this is a plus button right here. Oh, I don't know what that was about, but I thought I could share my screen because the Washington Post put out a story, and her name is actually Sanaa Graydon. That's a pretty name. She has actually lost touch with Alonzo Douglas Hebron. He will not return her calls and things like that, but she is the college student who raised nearly $500,000 for a DC homeless man and had a series of TikTok videos. So, y'all, because he won't act right, right? Dang. I wish somebody would put that girl's name in GoFundMe and raise a GoFundMe. But I don't want to be involved with that type of money either. I ain't gonna lie, because the way taxes be knocking folks upside the head, I don't want to be involved with it. But I wish somebody would put her name in the GoFundMe, because she said she's in college, and she says she wants to start a what they call those things? Okay, I'm having a brain fart, but she want to start an organization to help homeless people. And did y'all see the story about we would have moved from Memphis to DC? Now we heading over to Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh got this lady that I was still trying to see if I could share my screen, but I can't. But she her home has been deemed a hoarder's house. And I didn't see the inside of the house because you can't get to the inside of the house. Like, all of her hoarding stuff is on the lawn. And I'm talking about from the front door to the side of the house to the back. All of the lawn is filled with furniture, lawnmowers, whatever she could have, gotten from the Goodwill or off the street or anything like that. Oh, wait a minute, what's this? Oh, cancel. I'm still trying to share my screen, but I don't think I can share my screen. And I'm on StreamYard. I'm supposed to be able to. But I'm looking at her house now, and it's in one of those neighborhoods. I call it where people got homes that look like doctor's offices. It's those big homes. She actually has a 3-car garage, y'all. It's one big one and then another one to the side. So 2 cars can fit in one and another one can fit in a third. So she actually has a 3-car garage home, and it's on a nice plot of land. And it's full. I mean, she got mattresses outside where the mattresses are the box springs are toe up, furniture, all types of stuff laying out there. So the neighbor said that this started about a year ago. Yes, 1 year ago. And they said she's a retired teacher. She's a retired teacher, and this started about a year ago. So I'm trying to figure out, like, did people just bring stuff to her house? She said, yeah, I want it, and set it over there. I wonder if the inside of her house is clean, y'all, and it's just the outside that look like that. Girl, that story went a little bit viral. It went a little bit viral because, like I said, she got stuff all the way around her house in this upscale neighborhood. And the city said they can't do nothing about it. The homeowners are frustrated. One lady said, I'm concerned. It might be gas. It might be chemicals over there. The neighbors are complaining that now they're having issues with rats. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. But then again, let's just think about this. This only started a year ago. So what happened? And May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So y'all make sure y'all take care of yourselves. Do something for yourself. Like I'm getting ready to just lay down. I'm getting ready to walk this dog and then come back and for myself because my mind gets exhausted sometimes at work. So I'm getting ready to lay down. I got a hair appointment at noon. And other than that, I'm getting ready to relax. I'm going to make myself some homemade ginger ale. I figured out how to make it. It's delicious. But what happened in that lady's life over the past year? She's a school teacher. I think when people stop working, they really have issues transitioning to retirement life. Let me just put it out there. Because she probably always had a mental issue. It just coming to the forefront because now she don't have the distraction of going to work, being a school teacher. So that's one stressor off her life. Or somebody could have just as simply have passed away in her life and, she couldn't deal with that, loss. But I truly do believe that sometimes people have issues. And once you've gotten into a routine of getting up, going to work, that's why a lot of people don't want to retire because that's all they know. That's all they know is their get up and work life. And they know that if they have to let that go, they don't know what that's going to look like for them on a day-to-day basis. Maybe she had a big life change. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Oh, perfect. You thinking the same thing. I'm thinking I could teach her how to retire. Perfect. You hit the nail on the head. But she been sitting there at these people's neighborhood, bringing the junkyard to the neighborhood. And now they talking about they got rodents. Well, because the story went halfway viral, a company in Pittsburgh came to her house and picked up the stuff. They picked up the stuff for her. She did sound like she wanted some help because as they were interviewing her on the news, she said, I can't do it by myself. They had put fines on her. She had been paying fines and all types of stuff. She got a huge house with a 3-car garage. She really need to be, if she's in an area that's got an attraction, she really need to be Airbnb that out and go get her something little to stay in. Yeah. But you know what? You said the rodents would be the last straw. But when you think about it, these people own their home. So it's not as easy to get out of a home when you own it. I mean, you can move and maybe rent it out, and they didn't say mice. They said rats. Y'all, it's a big difference. Like you could live in the woods and have mice. I lived close to the woods one time. The mice had a little home they had built out in the woods. We had to call a company. And when a company came, they told us, we're going to put some stuff around your doors because when we burn this hole out in this field, they might try to come in. Mice are like this. Mice. Rats are the ones like this with the tail like that. Rats are different. Rats look like little baby cats. Mice are different. Oh yeah, they called the city on her, perfect. They called the city on her, but the city said there was nothing that they could do. It is her property. It's her property. See, when these cities develop, they never think that somebody's going to do something like that. Like, you see what I'm saying? They don't think that. They don't think somebody's going to do something like that to their yard. So you don't think to, like, you might have an ordinance to keep your grass a certain length. You might have an ordinance to put your trash cans up, like where I live. When the trash man come, you can only put your trash out the day of trash, and you have to put your trash can back. Okay. But nobody said I can't set my trash can on the rooftop, because you don't think that people gonna take time to do stupid stuff like that. I honestly think she got something on board that needs to be checked out. I really do. Like I said, the lady left her job. That's where all your friends are when you've worked someplace 30 years. That's where most of your friends are. You got students there. You get new friends every year when they come in. That's where your routine is at. You used to parking in this certain spot. I had a manager that would always eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for lunch. You have a routine when it comes to work. And sometimes when you have to disconnect from their routine, that can be a little hard for some people. But it definitely would not be hard for me. I don't care what you say, it will not be hard for me, because as you see, I didn't even get up early today because I knew I was off. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. But when you look at the neighborhood, it when you compare her house, perfect, to everybody else's house, it was bad. It was bad because everybody else's house was perfectly manicured. This was not a lived in neighborhood. To me, this was like a brand newly constructed neighborhood. And this was not one of these neighborhoods around here where I live where they give you a big house, but you only got 2 inches worth of grass. She had um front, side, and a huge backyard. And it was random things out there in the yard. So I'm willing to bet her inside is all right, because it didn't bother her. Like if her house was full on the inside and the outside, it would really bother her. But I'm willing to bet that you seen worse. From on the outside, Perfect says she's seen worse on shows. But was they inside and outside bad? We talking about hoarders. Do hoarders just leave stuff on the inside, or have you seen hoarders with inside and outside stuff? But I'm glad a company came through and they helped the lady and got the area cleaned up. So y'all, we done been to Memphis with the guy creeping at the Airbnb, call himself gonna sue. We done been to DC. Hats off to the young lady for giving the money back that he would not do right by. And we done came down by Pittsburgh for the day. I appreciate y'all stopping by. I will see y'all on my next live. Maybe I'll be up tomorrow, but I'm getting ready to get this dog some water and take this dog out. He's still a puppy. He's only a year and a half, and he's on the schedule. So I'm going to give him some water and take him right outside. I really appreciate all the love and support. Y'all be careful out there. I will see you on my next live. Peace, riches.